Hey guys, back again. We're gonna do a hair tutorial today. Again, I'm sitting by the window, so I can hear those noises. First, again, my Mary, I love it. If you're doing your own hair, it really does help. So we have our makeup done, and now we're doing our hair. Any sort of brush you like, just to detangle whatever works for your type of hair. Fine tooth comb, as always, classic. This is my favorite brush ever. It's technically a teasing comb, but I love it. It's great for smoothing out wispies. Seriously, you need this brush. It's so good. Yep, this is my favorite hairspray, John Frieda Frizzy's Firm Hold. So good. Lasts all day. Now this is the TIGI, I think it's called, the bedhead stick. Oh, it's literally glue stick. I would have 8 million of these in my dance bag if I could have them. I love them. You need it. Go buy it now. It's not even expensive. All right, so here we go. Hair starting now. I like to start with either dirty or wet hair. Now my hair is really thick, so I have to use two hair ties. These are my favorite. They're the Goody Medium Hold Athletic hair ties. They're like felt almost, so they're really, really stretchy. Like I said, my hair is dirty. Don't look at that, but it really does help to keep it in place while you're doing it. I use the pointy end of this teasing smoothing comb, and I make a middle part. Really make sure it's in the middle. It is noticeable if it's like sideways or zigzag or whatever. So, yep, there you can see I'm making sure it's in the middle. Looks good, looks good. As you can see, also, I cut my hair recently. I have like little short layers now in the front. So don't do that if you're on the team, but it's all right now. I can get them back, but it's really important that your hair all fits in the ponytail because barrettes and bobby pins like that look messy. So yep, just detangled with my brush. My favorite wet brush is linked in the products that you guys will need. This is a trick I do. I sort of like I douse my hair in the hairspray and then I comb it through so that all the hairs are like going in the right direction. And as you can see, I'm sort of holding the comb flat to my head. So not only is it like detangling and putting the hairs in the right place, it's also smoothing it out as you go. So I know that this will move, obviously, again, but it's just a really good base and it helps me personally keep all my flyaways in check. Oh, like while I'm doing it. So as you can see, it sort of smooths it all out. It's not perfect, but I'll go back in and deal with that later. Seriously, I love this hairspray. I go through like two of them a season, went through. Um, but it's really amazing, and I would really get it if you have trouble keeping wispies down. It is really a firm hold though, but it's okay. Here I go in with my smoothing brush again, not going for the ponytail yet, sort of getting it all together. And here we go. I put my hair ties on my wrist. That's the worst when you're like halfway through your ponytail and your hair ties aren't on your wrist. So remember that part. Um, yep, just pulling it back into the middle part, low pony. This will be the base for the bun you're doing. And here I'm going to show you where you want it. You do not want it at the nape of your neck. You want it a couple inches, I'd say probably 2 or 3 inches up towards the middle of your head. Not middle, but you know what I mean. Away from the bottom because you have to have room for your bun. So again, that hairspray really obviously my best friend, as you can tell, taking that comb again, and now I'm starting to form my ponytail. So I'm putting the hair in the direction I want it to go. I pull my hair backwards more than I do down. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I'm a little sick, so if you hear my voice, that's why. I pull my hair back more than I do down because it sort of like opens your face up, if that makes any sense, but it's just like it's first of all, it looks cleaner when everything's pulled back. Um, And I personally think it just is more flattering than pulling it down. I don't know. It's just my thing. But yeah, really don't be afraid of that hairspray. It's gonna be your best friend. And if you don't like it, you can always readjust it, especially if you're doing it on someone else's head, like your child, or you're doing someone else's hair. It's really helpful to just not be upset if the first try isn't perfect because honestly, the ponytail is like the most important part. Like I said about the foundation in the makeup tutorial, it's like the foundation of what is going to make your hair look good. All right, my gel stick, my best friend. Two peas in a pod, me and this gel stick. It is so, so good. Literally, like, cover your hair in this. It will, I won't even lie to you. It'll give you helmet hair. I won't lie. But You will not have to redo your hair all day. Literally all day. Look at that. It's like stuck to your head. It's so good. Literally, Miss Karen never yelled at me about wispies once I started using this thing. Look at that. Look at that smoothness. Oh, it's just so good. I still can't get over it. And it's probably like $8. If I were you, I'd get a pack of two, especially if you got little guys, because they do last a while, but I would always have the backup because they can sort of get thrown around in the case. But um, oh my God, it's so important. Like you just have to get it. It's so good. But yeah, I'm using that smoothing brush as you can see, combing it back into the ponytail. Really just don't be afraid to use product because you don't want to have to redo it or get yelled at because you have wispies. Behind the ears is the part where I struggle with the most because, yeah, because I have a lot of baby hairs because I've been wearing my hair up for so long, and they've like broken. But if you use that smoothing brush and the gel stick, it really does some good stuff. And as some of you may know, I have really super thick hair. Like it's actually ridiculous. I have so much hair. And this gel stick has made it so much easier for me to do my hair. Like my mom will tell you, she had to stop doing my hair because it was so thick and it's so hard to do. And I'm a perfectionist, if you couldn't tell. But this gel stick has really, really helped me when I'm doing my hair. It just looks so, look at that. It looks so good. Like not a wispy in sight. And this took me, what are we at? 6 minutes? 5 minutes? Like not even that bad. So here you'll see I pull up the bottom hairs underneath. I sort of give it a good tug because you don't want wispies under there either. And like I said about these hair ties, oh my gosh, I love them. They're linked also. They're super stretchy, so I use two of them and I put them around my hair 4 times at the same time. So as you can see, it's really tight to my head. Look at that, beautiful. As you can see, there's some imperfections on the right side. If I were doing my hair for competition, I'd probably redo it, honestly, but it looks pretty good for me. And again, yeah, you can see the bump right there, but I take the gel stick back and the hairspray back wherever I see wispies and either use the comb or my fingers just to smooth it out and really stick it to your head. But the back is also important, especially if you have a bun, because you can see underneath there, like it's not ponytail, it's not covered. So it's important. You'll see me in a second. I hairspray underneath it. It's just, it's an important step that I think some people forget about because it's like not what is typically seen, but it's really important to get those wispies back there. Yeah, see, spool it out. Beautiful. Comb her in. Bobby pin could be used, but I think it's pretty good. Yes. So good. Hair is so important. If you look a mess, it's probably because of your hair. So, all right. Now we are going to move into my bun tutorial. This is my friend Megan. She's so awesome. She let me do her hair. I went through the whole process of the ponytail making. And I have a bunch of the same products here. So this is the same ponytail that I did on my hair, and that is the same hairspray, comb, and smoothing comb. You're going to need all of these. That's her hairbrush. And then, as you can see, I did the same ponytail as before, really got those wispies underneath. And now we have our donut bun, the infamous, oh man, the infamous donut bun. I know it looks scary, but I really think that you can get the hang of it. I have bobby pins. Bobby pins are really a personal preference. It depends on how thick and long your hair is. Here I'm showing you my long ones, my short ones, and then I also linked down below the bun heads hairpins. They're um, different. You should look at them. They really helped me when I was doing my hair because it's super thick. And then a normal hair tie. Okay, just block the whole camera. So I'm sticking her hair through the bun. That's pretty self-explanatory. This next part is a thing that I never did when I did my own hair, but I think it would have really helped. I take just 2 or 3 bobby pins and I pin down the bun maker to her head. I just think it's easier when you're trying to like smooth the hair out around it to keep like the bun head attached to your head or your child's head. I just think it's easier. That's personal preference. It's just the tip I like to use if you're struggling with it. So now you can see it's really tight to her head. It just helps the whole process along and sort of alleviates some stress. I'm going to have her tip her head down here as you see. Okay, why am I blocking the whole camera? um, and I'm going to put that hair tie around my wrist, so important. Now, as you can see, I'm really taking my time spreading her hair around this donut bun. It's really important because the last, the last thing you want is that mesh poking through your bun. Oh, it's the worst, like when you finish the bun and you notice it. So again, hairspraying as you go, like just like I did with my ponytail. And smoothing it out is really important too. And also, if your child has like a struggle with squirming, play the statue game. I don't know, give them an iPad, whatever makes it easier for you to do their hair, but this part is really important for them to sit still. I don't have a child, so I can't tell you how to do that, but it is really important. So once you have it all smoothed out, see, I go back in again. It takes a minute. Just have patience. Smooth her out again, and then I'm going to stick my hair tie over it. And when you do that, it's so easy to mess it up, but just make sure you stretch the hair tie out enough. You'll see me do it. I use 4 fingers and I stretch it out really big. Yep, see? And just slide over the bun. Beautiful. And if it doesn't work, just take the hair tie off and do it again. See, look at that? It's so important to smooth it out because see, now it looks like all her own hair and it just looks less fake because when you have the bun showing, it's just, it doesn't look right. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm splitting the hair. Yep, splitting the hair at the bottom. I always start at the bottom because you can't see that part as well. Like the twist at the top is what gets seen. Again, hairspray or wet hair. When my mom used to do donut buns on my hair, she used to use a spray bottle with water, and she said that really helped her. But it just depends on your hair texture, your hair type, your personal preference. Here we go. I just start twisting. I know some people braid it, but I really wouldn't recommend that because it can get messy, and I don't personally think it looks good. See, look how like natural the twist looks. But the key with the twisting, okay, this takes some practice. If I was a new parent of a child on a dance team, I would practice this at home. Like I would do this for their ballet hair because you don't want the first time you do this to be at a competition where like it's stressful and you're time crunched. So really take the time to learn how to do it. I promise you it'll pay off in the long run. The key with the twisting is you want to make sure it's as tight as you can get it. And like I said with the rest of it, if you have to take it out and redo it, like it's not the biggest deal. If you're time crunched, then it could be a problem. But if you're getting to learn, or if you're learning how to do it, don't put so much pressure on yourself. This is where those bun head pins, all right, block the camera again, jeez. The bun heads pins that I linked are really good for thick hair. It's what I use, thick and long hair, because they are like extra wide. I really encourage you to at least look at them. I really recommend buying them. And they're so much better at holding the twist around the bun than like these normal um, bobby pins. I just think they're better. And they're just better at holding hair. My mom would say the same thing. She liked them too. Those ones came with the bun thing. That's what I use to sort of like tuck in the ends. They're like thin, sort of like flexible ones, just to sort of tuck in the ends so that they can't be seen. Again, hairspray or water as you go, I know really helps people, especially if you have like short layers or your hair isn't that long. I know that helps some people. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's personal preference, I guess, as far as the bobby pins, but method, I think, is all sort of the same. Here, she's going to show you what it looks like. I probably could have pinned or twisted the top a little bit tighter, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, so spray it again. Obviously, so much hairspray, always. Helmet head is like the ideal for me. And then here is where I would personally, if I were doing my own hair, someone else's hair, I would use a hairnet. Just a thin, Capezio sells them, thin hairnet, not like the knit ones. I don't like those because you can see them, but a thin hairnet, it really just ensures that like the twists aren't going to come out and it keeps those wispies in because like I said, people have layers, people have short hair. It really just helps to keep it in. Yeah, that's what I'm showing you. I would put a hairnet around it. It just helps to secure everything in. But yeah, that's it for you guys. Hope this helps. Have a good season.